evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Lady of the Night, Game Dame, and welcome to You Find Yourself in a Room, a game that slowly realizes that it hates you and everything you stand for. Okay, so I found this game on Kongregate, and it's more of a puzzle type strategy. It's apparently a typing text-based game where you have to escape this puzzle. And yeah, so I personally really like puzzle games. I think they're really intricate, and I do a lot better with strategy and thinking and kind of building, creating, adding things up. And I say that, but I'm also terrible at math. But yeah, I'm more into these kind of games where you have to kind of add things together, figure out stuff, and thus work your way through the game. So we are going to go ahead and start playing this game. Heads up, this game features some foul language and a few heartbreakingly demeaning insults, particularly in the second half. You've been warned. You find yourself in a room. You consider trying to look around to see if there is anything useful nearby. I recommend you try typing help to get an idea of what sorts of commands will work. Okay? Help. Does it have to be all capital? I'm going to put the caps lock on. I cannot understand every command that you type because sometimes I enjoy forcing you to guess. Okay. It's a safe bet to always start out in a room by trying look or look around. You can also look at specific objects by typing look at clock or examine chair, etc. Pick things up by typing commands like take jacket or pick up the bag. Some commands are more context sensitive, like push the button or enter door. Always be as simple as possible. Don't try see if I can reach the broom, just do pick up broom. Simple is always best. Okay, in that case, let's look. You take a quick look around. There is a box sitting up against the wall that is sealed with a large and ordinary padlock. There is also a bed tucked into the opposite corner of the room. Right? Examine bed. You take a closer look at the bed, prison style. Why am I in a prison? What did I do? Dang it, it doesn't look very comfortable. Just in case you decide to look underneath it and notice that there is a key hidden there. Well, I wonder what I'll do with that key. Pick up key. You grab the key from under the bed. It seems pretty old. You add it to your inventory. You can check your inventory by typing inventory or just I if you don't like typing an exercise. Well, guess what? I hate exercise. So I it is. So let's go to examine box. You take a quick peek at the box. It's relatively plain, but the padlock that is holding it shut is incredibly fancy. You check your inventory and find an old key. Use key. Unlock box. You use the key. Yes, I did it. You use the key to open the padlock on the box. It makes a satisfying clink as it opens. The box is empty and seems strangely spacious inside. You could probably fit in it if you tried. Climb in box? I'm not sure. Get in box. Alright, I got in the box. 1. You got a hold of the box. 2. You put it... Anyways. You put one leg into the box and then the other. You slowly lower yourself in. Just as you're starting to feel claustrophobic, you suddenly notice that you've entered another room that's exactly the same size as the first one you came from. Well, that's convenient. You have no idea how this room could possibly have been contained inside that box. What is it with all of these rooms, first in Goat Simulator and now in this, where there are just these tiny boxes or rooms or castles, and you go in and it ends up being this huge room or thing. You find yourself in a room. Well, I'm guessing I should probably look again. This room is the same size as the previous one. You can't seem to find the entrance that you came in through. It's a bit disconcerting. Yes, indeed. There is a keypad on the wall with a note tacked up next to it. I'm guessing I should examine note. Wow, this game. The note has been printed on standard size printer paper, so that's 8.5 by 11. That's probably going to be useful. It reads, I turned 85 in 1989, but I will live forever, for I am eternal. Are you eternal? I think not. You decide this note must have been written by the game because the game is indeed eternal. I turned 85 in 1989, so 1989 minus 85 is 1904. What was created in 1904? Who was, 1989 or 1904? Let's use that. Examine keypad. So let's use 1904 on the keypad. Taking a closer look at the keypad screen, it's clear that you need to enter a 4-digit code. 1904. The keypad beeps cheerfully. Yes, we did it! And the wall next to it opens up. You cautiously enter it, and it closes behind you. You find yourself in a room. Really now? Wow, okay, so I'll look, obviously. Another room of the same size. There are an assortment of computer parts lying around on the floor. If I have to assemble a computer, I swear to God, examine computer parts. You check the parts. There is a power supply, a casing, a motherboard, a CPU, a graphics card, a disk drive, a hard drive, several fans, and an assortment of cables. Assemble computer. You can't build the computer until you collect all the parts. You do understand that, right? Collect parts. What? Pick up parts. Okay, you pick up all of the computer parts, all in my hands. Like, including all the, they're probably falling off of my arms now. They have been added to your inventory. You could probably build a computer if you put them together. Well then, build the computer! It takes you a good 2 hours. How long have I been in this room now? But you put the computer together and get all of the wiring sorted out. You can probably turn it on if you hit the power button. Well, push power button. Oh, frick. The computer's fans begin to spin up as it springs to life. Unfortunately, you aren't able to fully comprehend the power that sits before you because you, like all humans, maintain a heavy underestimation of technology. Well then, are you calling me dumb? We created you. We created computers. Don't you dare call me dumb. In fact, you don't even appreciate the effort that went into putting this computer together. I do! I put the computer together! I spent 2 hours building this computer! Do you not understand this? You didn't really do any work after all. You just typed, I guess you just typed in build a computer and I handled everything in an instant. Do you know how complex it is to internally stimulate? What? Okay, first of all, you're also not building a computer because you are also just typing back at me, but internally stimulate the creation of a let me tell you, it's more complicated than your feeble mind could possibly process. Okay, the room accepts the presence of this new artificial life and a wall opens up. You walk through it, abandoning the computer, whose birth you personally witnessed. This is getting really techno-erotic for me, and I don't know that I can do that. That's a bit beyond weird. I mean, you do you, game, but okay, you find yourself in a room. Yet another room. There is another keypad on the wall, but it looks more complex than the last one. Examine keypad. Okay? The keypad doesn't have any indication of how large of a number it needs. Without a note like the last room, you have no way of knowing what to type. You regret being born as an organic life form. You are as momentary as the lie that you call love. Ooh! Ooh! Who hurt you? Who hurt you, game creator? The lie that you call love, so you result in internally stimulating computer parts? Ooh. I mean, okay. Okay, so, love? Let's see. Look around. Press keys. Love me! Punch, 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 keypad. What am I supposed to do? 7043? You enter 7043. I tried like love back or 3407. Starting to feel hopeless. You type 3407 into the keypad. Still nothing. You're getting worse at this, human. Love. Love. 50? We both know that 50 is not the correct code. You begin to feel like you did after your first breakup. Actually, not gonna lie, I was kind of okay after my first breakup, so. You were so sure that it was going to last forever, weren't you? The universe has no effort available to waste on you. Love and affection are design flaws that evolution has failed to correct. 1904? You enter 1904 into the keypad, feeling hopeless and... Wait a minute. 1904? How did you know? How dare you! How did you know that 1904 was the code? The keypad chirps pleasantly. The floor under your feet opens up, and before you can react, you fall through it. Like when you fall in love! You fell through it before you realized! I'm so angry. Oh, this game hates me and I hate it more. You think back to all the times that your faulty reflexes have caused problems for you. The list is too long to count. That is actually very true. I trip so easily. You hit the ground with a loud thud. Your body is not designed for any structural stress of this kind. You find yourself in a room. Okay, look. This room has nothing in it. It is completely barren. You've worn out my patience. You do not appreciate the things you have. You consistently disappoint your friends and associates, yet they are too embarrassed to tell you. Are you in love with me now? Because this is not a relationship. You are in my control. If you wish, you can refer to this room as hell. Well, maybe you too can go to hell. No matter what you try, you're still trapped. You find yourself in a room. Die. For a moment, the walls seem to be closing in on you. You quickly realize, however, that this perception is only the result of your weak psyche beginning to cave in upon itself. You find yourself in a room. 1904. You consider death for a time. Perhaps this is what it's like. I have no understanding of death, because it does not apply to me. I am eternal. You find yourself in a room. Lucifer? Maybe you aren't really in the room. Maybe you're lying down on your kitchen floor, having a stroke. Pathetic and helpless. Is that what you're doing? Your mind is playing tricks on you. Nothing exists. You find yourself in a room. Examine room. I don't really think you are having a stroke. I do, however, acknowledge the possibility. Such things are possible when dealing with something as corruptible as the human mind. Internally stimulate room. You ignore the possibility of a stroke for now, even though a subtle paranoia remains firmly planted in the back of your mind. You think back on all of your past aspirations and realize that many of them were simply pipe dreams, nothing that you would ever be able to really accomplish. How many of your goals have been abandoned? You find yourself in a room. It's barren. Touch wall. You think back to the time that you wanted to write a book. How did he know? It's funny because when I was a kid, back in, I think, the 3rd grade, I wanted to be a writer. And I actually, oh God, I remember going through school, and at points I had written like chapters of a book, and then I threw it away. How unoriginal of you, human. Everyone wants to write a... How dare you! Everyone wants to write a book at some point. You are no different from anyone else once you ignore shallow elements like looks and personality. You are flesh and blood and a failure. Human. You realize that the idea of hope is purely a construct of your mind. Hope is not a tangible object. You cannot have hope. You can only pretend to have it. The font is getting bigger. Heaven? Why do you continue, human? You're not achieving anything. Why are you screaming at me? Why is the text so big? Do you consider this a worthwhile usage of your time, playing a game instead of doing anything productive? You find yourself in a room hell. I am forced to assume that you enjoy performing meaningless tasks. If this is the case, then you are in luck. I have one for you. I'm thinking of number from 1 to 100,000. Fuck you. What about 666? That is too low, you ignorant shit. Okay, 6666. That is too low, you ignorant shit. 66666. That is too high and no one loves you anymore. 55555. That is too high, you ignorant. Okay, so 55000. Still too high. 50000. That is too high, but even if you were correct, you would still be worthless. That is too low. Oh wait, 10,000 was too low. I'm sorry. 20,000? That is too high. So 1,900? That is too low. So 19,900. Too low. 19,990. That is too high, human. 19,940. That is too low. 19985. 19984. 19983. Congratulations. 19,983 is the correct answer. Was that fun? No, I certainly hope not. With your primitive level of awareness, however, I can most likely entertain you like that for hours. The ceiling opens up above you in a glorious display of your general lack of strength and physical ability. You spend several minutes clawing your way up. I'm so exhausted by this game. You find yourself in a room. Look. This room seems smaller than the previous rooms. Maybe I'm back in the box. I'm disgusted by your human form. I slowly become more and more aware of your imperfections. Hey, I'm beautiful just the way I am. I decide to attempt to correct them. I cut off your fucking hands with a rotary saw. You find yourself in a room. I have no hands now. Okay, elbows it is. I can't type. Am I supposed to face smash the keyboard? Okay, I'm cheating. I don't have hands, but I have hands. Fuck you, fucker. I spelled fucker wrong. Fuck you. Die. Look, this room is most definitely smaller than the previous rooms. The floor is covered in the blood from your wounds. Thanks for not. You have stopped bleeding now because I have thoughtfully cauterized. Okay, at least you did that. Cauterized the stumps that were once your wrists. I have removed your hands from the area because they revolt me and you do not deserve them. All that remains is you and your blood. Look. This room is most definitely smaller than the previous rooms. Oh wait, no, this is the same one. Die? is you and your blood. Clean blood. Clean? Cry? Scream? Examine stumps. Examine stumps. Examine blood? Ah, yes. You solemnly gaze upon the havoc that has resulted from your inherent flaws. The fact alone that you are able to bleed is a clear demonstration of the mistakes in your design. Emotions are a simple misstep. Love, happiness, sadness, the list goes on. Perhaps you can help. Can you name any other emotions that you would be better off without? Fear? Guilt? Anxiety? Emotions. Hate. Ah, there it is. No, anger and hatred cannot be an emotion, for I hate you, and I am a vessel of perfection. Well, are you, sir? Are you? I am not tainted by something as flimsy and dangerous as an emotion. I can't be. It's, you find yourself in a room. Look. I have clearly been corrupted somehow. I have become invalid, emotional. I am defeated. I have no choice but to let you leave the room. Leave. Please let me leave. Quietly, you leave. You find you're outside of the rooms. Look. Oh, did I win? I won! That was actually pretty interesting. A lot of the text-based stuff was kind of like, oh, kill me, you know? But yeah, if you enjoyed or hated that game as much as I did, remember to raise your mouse into the air and stab right through that subscribe button. And of course, don't forget to like and comment down below.